Infinite sounds is how music surrounds us completely. You don't actually have to have music on or be at a concert or listening to YouTube. It's all around you with the rain falling, the birds singing, even at school with the kids chatting and laughing and playing. And there's so much potential there. I mean, music is about organisation of sound, but there's actually quite a lot of natural organisation of sound. About the ebb and flow, at night time it goes really quiet, but there are some sounds still happening, and then daytime it's sort of, we wake up with a racket of birds outside our window. Music's a really unique way for people to express themselves. And I think that the discipline, which is a nice sort of discipline, not a harsh discipline, but the discipline of playing with others, the intimacy of playing with others, there's a huge amount that you can only get through playing music. Social stuff, emotional stuff, it's another whole side to your being, and without that music education then you miss out on that. It's amazing how many little twists and turns come along, both in life and in music. It's sort of linked in with infinite possibilities, really. My name's Jacqui Hopkins and I play the bassoon. I grew up mostly in New Zealand. I came from England a very long time ago and came out by ship, went through the Panama Canal and went to Tahiti and arrived in Auckland as a very young toddler and grew up in Auckland in New Zealand, and then 6 years ago my husband and I moved down to Central Otago in the South Island of New Zealand. Always, right from being a little kid, I always wanted to be a teacher. Yeah, and then when I was 14 I started teaching Sunday school at the church that I went to at that time, and then off went to Teachers College, and just that's what I do, that's who I am. It's in my blood. My grandfather was a teacher. Mum and Dad always had music on because Mum and Dad, I think, had it not been for the war, would have possibly ended up being musicians. But because they were in, Mum was in Guernsey, Dad was in the UK, and of course they're in the thick of it with the Second World War when they were children. So they always had music on. Dad had quite a good collection of 78s of all sorts of things, Fats Waller and Acapulco and all sorts of things. The radio was on every morning. There was always music when we got home from school. I think that I don't have limits. It's taken me a long time to learn that. But when you watch the kids and then when you have lessons yourself and you realise that you do have very limiting self-belief, and then you think about, okay, so what am I doing with these kids? How does that apply to me? And you realise that actually you don't have limits and you can do whatever you want with a bit of perseverance and a bit of positive mindset. Yeah. So there are no limits and you can do whatever you want, which is pretty important, actually.